Hi, Mr. Zion, and all our fellow friends are watching the presentation video now. So today I'm going to present about my application one, project two, the UI/UX document. So I'm the presenter, Shawn Wong Kai Hen. First, we come to the table of content today. So here are five parts of the table of content. For the first is introduction, user research, information architecture, user flow, and MVP feature. Now we come to the purpose and scope. So this is the document outline the UI/UX design process and the key decision for developing our apps. So it's cover over the user research, information architecture, and MVP feature identification. So for the target audience is for the movie lover, families, and tech savvy individual in China and internationally looking for a modern and immersive cinema experience. Okay, next we come to the weakness of study cinema. So here's the three after I summarize, and I just keep it short, simple. So for the first is a limited personalization feature because of many movie apps include recommendation algorithms based on the user preference, but study cinema apps may lack advanced for personalization. Next is inconsistent performance. The user frequently is report the bug, crash or slow loading times is for the Tadisima apps. And the last one is a lack visual accessibility. So the apps is may not sufficiently consider visual accessibility feature such as high contrast mode, scalable text size, or screen reader compatibility. So here we come to the data collection methodology. So here I got grade two. For the first is a quantitative method. As well is a survey questionnaire. So the next is a qualitative method, and this is a interview questionnaire. So for below, I have provided a link. If interested, can click a link to have a review about the question for the questionnaire. Okay, now we move to the quantitative method. So as we know, it's a survey questionnaire. So I'm using the Google form. So I have provided the link below for the Google form. So it's if you're interested, can click a link to have a review for the Google form. Okay, here is the data analysis after I receive the uh 52 responses. And okay, so for the first is the age group. The majority of respondents belong to the 18 to 24 age group, indicating that the sample predominantly consists of younger individual. And next is gender. So the majority of respondents identify as male. And the next question is the how often that the user visit the cinema. So the majority of respondents visit the cinema a few times a year. So those who visit once a month account for the 2.7% user, is making them the second largest group. Okay, here is the out of 50 respond, the top two most common occupation are the tech savvy user and the student. So together, these two group make up more than a half of respondent, up to 53.8%. So this highly a strong uh presence of individual engaged in technology related job or education, indicating that the audience is predominantly tech savvy or still in the learning phase of their career. Okay, next is how often that the user use the study cinema. So the most respondent is very rarely or never using the apps before. And the next question is the how do the user prefer to book the cinema ticket? And mostly the respondents prefer to booking the ticket through the apps. And the next is how experienced that user any technical issue they while using the apps. So significant portion of using is reported encountering technical issues such as a crash, low loading, or error while using the apps. So while the majority have not faced such issue, the process of this technical difficulty can hinder user satisfaction and engage. So here's the technical issue feedback. So if the user answer yes from the previous question. So here, as you can see, I have provided the sheet data. So if I click to access the Google Sheet to review the overall response for the user. So, but I just summarize four here. So for the first is a slow loading times, and the second is an app crash or freeze, and next is the apps update and maintenance. It's very lack of regular update or failure to address bug and performance issue that can lead to persistent user complaint. And the last is unresponsive interface. So the apps might freeze or become unresponsive, leading to frustration and poor interaction flow. And here is the feature that what the user use most often the apps. So the most is the moving ticket feature lah, of course, because of cinema apps. So it's a core functionality, so which is 86.5% user utilize it most often. Okay, next is what is the favorite part of the cinema experience for the user. So I just summarize for here is the audience reaction and focus on environment and no interruption. The last is the sound quality for the cinema experience. And next is what the improvement that user like to see in the Tanishima apps. Mostly user, so I just summarize here mostly user comments and to enhance the UI UX for the apps. And next is a personalized content recommendation. And next is improve the push notification to ensure the notification are timely and relevant to user interests. So last is an interactive feature to enhance the community engaged by allowing user to share, review, and interact with each other within the apps. Next is are there any feature that user wish the apps had? So I just also summarize for here. So the mostly is the movie trailer. So to include the preview and trailer for a upcoming movie to engage user and build anticipation. Next is the integrated loyalty program. Uh, and the live chat support is more easy to provide a feature for real-time customer support assist user with any inquiry or issue. And the last is a movie rating and comment section to enable user to rate movie and leave comment or review, fostering a community discussion and feedback platform. Okay, here is what the prefer receive update notification from Tadisima apps. So mostly can see the data lah. Mostly it's clear the most user prefer to receive update through the push notification. For the second most preferred method is true is still the tray behind push notification is the social media. And next question is what type of the content that user like to see more in the apps is the from the data is very clear the user is overwhelmingly want to more in movie review. Okay, how that certified user overall for the design of Tati Cinema. So majority of user feel neutral about the app's design with a significant portion expressing satisfaction. And how that easy that user can navigate the apps. So most user find navigating the apps to be either good or average. The small percentage rating is as excellent, below average, or poor suggests that while the apps navigate is very acceptable for the user. Okay, here is how do you find the layout content? How do the user find layout content in the apps? So scientific fiction portion of respondent find the layout disorganized, while a small portion find it organized. And next is how the user rate experience with recent uh apps update, and the user rate their experience as neutral, indicate that the update may not have significantly impact their experience. And the last is the suggestion from the user to have any suggestion to improve the overall design and user experience for the apps. So here the numbers user have provide insightful comment and suggestion regarding the improvement of the overall design and user experience of Tatisima apps. So for detailed review, I have provided a link. Can click a link below to access the Google Sheet to have a view for the comment. Okay, now we come to qualitative methodology for the interview question. Okay, here I provide a link. If interesting, you can click a link to have a review for the interview video. So overall, I have three responses for the interview video, interview questionnaire. So I just summarize the interview in the common true or suggestion. For the first is a visual appear, enhance the interface design, expand apps feature, streamline the booking process, including the notification and reminder, improve the performance and stability, offer the customer support feature, and improve the movie details, rating and review, and the last is the account management. Okay, here I just uh easy skip it. So this is the first user persona for the review, and this is the second user persona, and this is the last user persona. Okay, here is the user journey map. So I will not talk too much for the user journey map. So if you interested to have a review here, can review after the present finish. Okay, now we come to the research insight. So I also will make it fast. So for the first is simplify navigation and user interface. And the next is enhancing the visual clarity. And last one is improving booking experience. Okay, now we come to the digital card sorting part. So we using digital card sorting to have a user to organize the cards. So here is the platform option. There are two options for our digital card sorting. Is first is optimal workshop. Next is the UX tweaks. So here I also have provided a link for the card sorting. So if you interested, can have a click and have a try. Okay, as you can see here is the for the left is the category and the right is the cards. So you need to assign the cards to the each category. Okay, now we come to the data analysis for the cell response. So here's the result that show the cards sorted into all of the predefined category by participant. So there are no new category was created by the user. Okay, here is the several response for the data analysis. So I will separate to the four parts. For the first is a highly relevant feature, and next is a moderately relevant feature, and the third one is a less relevant feature, and the last one is the minimal interest. Okay, here are the information architecture map. So I will not explain too much here. So I have provided a link for the Figma. So if you're interested, if you're interesting, can click a link to have a review after finish the presentation. And here also the user flow chart. So I also have provided a link below to easy click and have a review at the Figma. And we come to the last feature, IVP feature. So there are three, I have summarized three MVP feature here. So the reason the MVP feature for the Tatisima is we need to focus on the core functionalities that allow user to complete essential tasks such as booking movie ticket, selecting seat, and managing their booking. So this feature ensure that the apps is user-friendly, functional, and deliver immediate value of cinema goals from the start. So for the first one is the user account management to allow user to create account, log in, and manage their profile. Next is a movie ticket booking. So to enable user to search for movie, view show time, select seat, and purchase ticket seamlessly. And the last is a payment integration to allow user to create account and log in and manage their profile. So to include viewing, booking history, and saving preference for a personalized experience. And that's all for my presentation today. Thank you for your time and thank you for the listening and the attention.